I know I usually say good morning, but today I'm going to say good afternoon because we are a wee bit later today as Bill has been away down at the allotment helping to dig out a pond. And you know how that goes because they put a pick in his hand and I don't think he really knew what it was or what he had to do with it. However, he's back now and so we're ready for this afternoon. So it's Monday today, start of a new week. One or two things are going to be easing a wee bit, hopefully not next week, but the end of next week. I think we're doing quite well at the minute. Nicola seems to be quite happy with us all, and we're very pleased that there were no new deaths from coronavirus yesterday in Scotland, but last time when it was quite low at the weekend, my son did say, yeah, but it always happens on a Monday, it'll be higher. But the good news was no new deaths announced in Scotland today either. So I think the fact that we're all doing, or most of us are doing as we're told, and staying in, looking after ourselves and each other is really helping. So that's a good thing, and hopefully we might hear next week then, on Thursday next week, she's hopefully going to move into some of the phase 2 things and we can move forward a wee bit. So hope everybody has had a good weekend. The weather was really quite good and today it looks sunny again today down in Birmingham where John and Sophie are. Not good weather at all. I think it's so wet they won't they're not even getting out a walk with the baby in the pram. So hopefully they get some good weather too and they get out and about a wee bit. So this week, can we think about all the teachers who have gone back to school? I'm not saying going back to work because I know that the teachers that I know have been working harder than ever. They've had to deal with lots of new things, lots of trying to set work for classes, and I know that a lot of them are saying they're actually working more hours than they ever did, and they've had to take on lots of new things. But today, some teachers are a wee back into the school building this week in order to start preparing hopefully for children, most children or all children returning in August. So keep teachers and all school staff in your mind this week as we start into really what is the first real main week in June. So last week I did read the story of Abraham and kind of whetted my appetite anyway for some of the Old Testament characters, and so today I'm going to start maybe this week reading some of the story of Joseph. And I know that everybody knows these stories, but sometimes it doesn't do us any harm just to go back over and have a read at some of the Bible passages around about where I'm reading, because obviously I'm not reading all the story, but you can maybe take a wee look and read a wee bit before or a wee bit after. So this week I'm going to start Genesis chapter 37, and it's a wee bit of the story of Joseph and his brothers. Jacob continued to live in the land of Canaan where his father had lived, and this is the story of Jacob's family. Joseph, a young man of 17, took care of the sheep and goats with his brothers, the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's concubines. He brought bad reports to his father about what his brothers were doing. Jacob loved Joseph more than all his other sons because he'd been born to him when he was old. He made a long robe with full sleeves for him. When his brothers saw that their father loved Joseph more than he loved them, they hated their brother so much that they would not speak to him in a friendly manner. One time Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers all about it, they hated him even more. He said, "Listen to the dream I had. We were all in the field tying up sheaves of wheat, when my sheaf got up and stood up straight. Yours formed a circle around mine and bowed down to it. Do you think you're going to be a king and ruler over us?" his brothers asked. So they hated him even more because of his dreams and because of what he said about them. Then Joseph had another dream and told his brothers, "I had another dream in which I saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowing down to me." He also told the dream to his father, and his father scolded him. What kind of dream is that? Do you think that your mother, your brothers, and I are going to come and bow down to you?" Joseph's brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept thinking about the whole matter. So tomorrow we'll go on and read a wee bit more of chapter 37 of Genesis, and God bless the reading from his word. So, start of a new week. I've already spoken to a couple of people this morning on the phone, believe it or not. People seem to be doing well. I've still got Irene going all round East Kilbride on her walking trip, collecting envelopes from people. She passed down yesterday or Saturday I think, and collected envelopes that somebody had kindly handed in, and some money that somebody has kindly handed in, and she's away with that. And this morning I had a very long conversation with somebody else who has offered their envelopes to us. So I've got Irene on the case again, and she will be passing round to that person's house on Wednesday, hopefully with cakes. So thanks to people who are doing that, keeping us going. We've had the gardening work done at the church. If you're passing, it looks very good. So hopefully we're going to get some bark down to cover the area, which looks looking a bit bare on the ground now that there's no weeds filling all the space. So we're going to hopefully get that done next week, and by that time we might have a better idea from the Church of Scotland the way ahead for getting the church opened up again. I think in phase 2 the plan is the church can be open for private prayer, but not as yet for worship. I think that's into phase 3, which looks some way ahead still. But we've been doing our best to keep the church ticking over, clean and tidy inside and out, and hopefully we'll be able to get back in there soon. So God bless everybody. I hope everybody's keeping well. I haven't heard anything more about Mary, so hopefully I'll try and find that out before Wednesday and I can put it in the West Kirk Weekly. The last I heard she was still in the hospital, but apart from that I think everybody else seems to be doing okay, keeping well, probably because they're keeping away from everybody else, so we're not picking up all the other wee snuffs and sniffles and tummy bugs and upsets that we would have been picking up. And I think people are doing fine within themselves, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. So see you tomorrow everybody. Bye.